We literally stared at each other for 10 minutes, and I didn't really know Naomi. And if you stare at someone and they stare at you, it can be really awkward. I was being thrown around on wires, being dragged underwater, and all that sort of stuff, and I loved it.
This is your first major feature film. Were you really nervous to meet with Naomi and Ewan and to get rolling?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, they are like Hollywood A-listers. They are the people, and meeting them, I remember sat in this room in New York and just going, I don't know how I'm going to do this, because we had to do a read-through, and I'm so bad at reading. and I was like, what if I just ruin my lines? And all this stuff was going through my head, and then as soon as I met them, I just realised that we were going to get on really well, and that I was in safe hands, so I always felt safe.
You felt better with them?
Yeah. And obviously I had to work very closely with Naomi, and I was very worried to see how that relationship was going to build. I was worried that it wouldn't build, and then obviously that would just ruin the film. So we had about 4 weeks of bonding sessions and rehearsals together where we like built up this mother-son relationship. The director Hotta sort of created like a whole life experience for the both of us to really, really create this relationship.
And so what did you guys do together? Did you like go to lunch or?
We went out to dinner, we went to lunch, I got to know her family got to know my family. And he had us doing like some crazy exercises. Like one of them, we literally stared at each other for 10 minutes, and I didn't really know Naomi. And if you stare at someone and they stare at you, it can be really awkward. So I sort of sat there going, okay, this is good, this is fine, I can do this. Then he gave us a pad and paper and said, draw each other. And I panicked because I can't draw for anything. And then he span us around and made us continue drawing, and it was that thing that my drawing was so awful, but I didn't mind showing her because it was a good laugh, and we were building this relationship.
How was her drawing though?
Her drawing was pretty decent,
Yeah.
actually. I'm not just saying that because she's in the other room, but yeah, from what I can remember, she was pretty good.
So now I hear you guys spent, I mean, obviously you spent a lot of time in the water, you know, and I hear Naomi didn't love that part so much, but she said you didn't mind it.
I loved it.
Yeah, really?
Well, I mean, like, for a 13-year-old kid, to have the opportunity of literally having a backyard water park is the best thing. I was being thrown around on wires, being dragged underwater, and all that sort of stuff, and I loved it. And also what I loved about it is the fact that it taught me that you don't have to completely rely on your acting ability to portray emotion. You can use your surroundings to help you. I mean, we were in a very real environment. I mean, the water was brown. It was full of debris. There was like lampposts coming out the water and everything. And I tried to really believe that once the pumps had turned on, that I was in the tsunami. And at times, I really genuinely did. So yeah, it was one of those things that you
really were terrified in
the
moment.
Definitely.
So now Ewan, there's a lot of speculation, and he said he's happy to return and maybe do another Star Wars. If there was an opportunity for you to also star in Star Wars, would you be excited to do that?
Yeah, I think I probably would. I mean, Star Wars was a massive part of my childhood. I mean, watching Ewan I loved it. I mean, that whole idea of being Obi-Wan Kenobi and the lightsabers and all of that. Yeah, I think if they made another Star Wars and I think Star Wars would be really interesting if they started like right from the beginning, and I don't know. I love it, and I would definitely look at another Star Wars if it came about.